Well, it is a pleasure and thank you for joining us on this coffee court where we usually ask the critical questions, but most important, the questions that matter. And this time round, we take time to digest the business opportunities within Busoga as a region. And joining me to discuss this is the Deputy Prime Minister. This is Mr. Ahmed Osman. He's the Deputy Prime Minister. Particularly, it is a pleasure and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I am deeply honored to be on this show. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and digress on issues touching our people.
My pleasure too that you've spared time to speak to us. How unique is Busoga region?
Busoga as a region is comprised of 11 chiefdoms. And those 11 chiefdoms come under the Chabazinga. Naturally or ordinarily, Chabazinga wa Busoga is an institution that is there to transform the socio-economic development of its people in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of agriculture, in terms of tourism, and many other aspects.
Okay. Yes. So what makes it unique from other kingdoms? You have Buganda and the rest of the other kingdoms. What is it that unique that you think you have as a kingdom that the rest of the other kingdoms actually may not be having?
Well, first of all, we are centrally located in Uganda. We happen to be an institution where the king comes from 5 chiefdoms and he's elected by his brothers, the hereditary chiefs of the respective chiefdoms. Okay. So that makes us unique.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll discuss Jinja as a city. I know Busoga is a broad region and you can't separate it from Jinja. You are a city. 2 years down the road, are you a city just in words or you are a city?
Well, when government comes in with new policies, of course it has its challenges. As a city, there's so many things that the expectations were so high, but fortunately or unfortunately, the city came in at a time when the whole world was plagued with the COVID-19. So on the face of it, you can see that not only Jinja City, not only Uganda, the whole world was devastated by COVID-19. In effect, which retarded so many developments.
So that makes it as, what are the unique features? If I am to define it from the rest of the other cities, I know there's Soloti on ground, I know there's Zimbabwe on ground, I know Hoima is already in operation, I know there's Masaka, I know there's Imbalara, I know there's Fort Potro, and if things don't change, Entebbe will be coming on board. So what is it that defines you as a city in Jinja?
As a city, Jinja is unique in the sense that it mothers the source of the Nile. You'll find that today, as we see Jinja City is now turning to be one of the tourist destinations in this country with a very big potential of developing its economy.
So which are the tourist attractions you're talking about? I don't seem to be seeing any.
We have so many. We have the source of the Nile, we have the Bujagali, and many others. We have the Busoga Falls. So we have so many, and you can see that recently we had the Nyege, which took place here in Jinja.
That happens once?
Once, yeah, in a year.
So do we count that as a fundamental?
It's a big event. Sure. It's a big event. I mean, okay, with all its other maybe shortcomings that it had, with the negative publicity that it had, but it had its attraction. Okay. It has, and it was worldwide. It was international. It was an international event.
You're not only just a prime minister, but you're also a business person.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm that right.
Yes.
If we are to assess the year 2023, in your perspective, both as a business person, but also as a leader from the Busoga side, how has this year performed?
2022 has been extremely very difficult.
2023? 2022.
It has been extremely very difficult. Many businesses didn't get out of the COVID-19 because of the devastating effects that it had. From the business perspective, we thought that maybe government would have come up with some interventions, which didn't happen. So many companies are grappling with loans. I'm sure you know, you have been reading in the papers. You have even been seeing the surveys that have been conducted. Busoga is not different, or Jinja is not different from other parts of the country and the world, which were hit by the pandemic. So, but we are optimistic. We had the sugarcane, which where the prices slumped down so much, up to maybe 70,000 shillings a ton. And it was more of a reason of oversupply, overproduction. Market forces are defined by demand and supply. So you can see now again the prices have started going up to 220, 230,000 per metric ton. So overall, it has been a very difficult year.
I am glad that you're bringing me to speed when it comes to issues of sugarcane. What is it? You were initially known for producing sugarcane. What is it exactly, as we talk right now, you are known for when it comes to issues of cash crops?
Well, number one, we're known for sugarcane. Then we have, although we don't have, unfortunately or fortunately, our people have gone into subdivisions of the land because of customary issues, because of hereditary issues. And the president several times has discouraged people from dividing the land. But the fact that that has been the norm, you will find that we are not in so much what I would call commercial farming. We are more of subsistence and basically growing food for
food consumption.
For food consumption. But we have maize, we have some coffee here and there. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the leaders that we have at political levels have done their best to see that Busoga betters itself from where it was or where it is now to where probably you want it to be?
Well, I would love so much to talk about the institution that I serve, that is the kingdom, because there are different dynamics, different challenges. I know the politicians also are grappling with so many things. The expectations from the electorate are so many, so high. But more or less, yes and no, I think they have not worked to the expectation of the people.
Okay.
But as an institution, we have come in to mitigate so many things. We have come in to complement government on so many programs in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of agriculture. We look for partners here and there. Because as an institution, as Busoga Kingdom, we have structures, right from the top to the clans, and we are everywhere. So we use our structures to see that at least we can see how people can leverage and benefit in terms of resources, in terms of technological transfer, in terms of educating them of how things are going on.
Okay. Yes. Maybe to bring us to speed, what are the structures you're talking about?
Horticulture
institution.
Okay, we have on top, we have the Chiefs Royal Council, we have the cabinet which acts as an executive, we have the Busoga Luchiko, we have the clan leaders which go down up to the grassroots.
Okay. Yeah. And you think the presence of these institutions have significantly impacted Busoga?
100%. We use them even in the times of COVID, when we were trying to reach out to our people, to sensitize them. We used our structure and it really worked out very well.
Have the government programs been able to reach Busoga? Definitely I'm talking about programs like the parish development model.
Yes.
Which came to actually to its initiation.
Yes. Even as an institution, we're engaged by government through the Ministry of Local Government to come and educate our people as an institution, as a kingdom, as what I would call a cultural institution. We are part of it when the PDM was now being rolled out. So we're involved in disseminating information, educating our people. So we help them also in getting our structures getting involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the workable, I'm talking about the economic workable environment, with the people that you are under leadership with?
In terms of...
I am meaning in terms of economic empowerment.
Yes, of course, government is working on so many interventions, okay? Like, you know, Bonabagagawale, so many programs have been coming up. And we are optimistic that maybe the parish development model will go down and trickle down and see how it can change the people's lives.
Okay. Maybe as a cultural leader, what is it that you think is not going right from the economic perspective this time around that you think maybe needs to change so that our people get better empowered?
I think it is global now. So many things are happening. You know, the wars in Russia, in Ukraine, the pandemic, as I earlier mentioned it. So I'm sure these things will not change overnight. It will take time for it to recover. Yeah.
But what is it that we think?
Of course, for us as Ugandans, we are looking at the oil, of course. We are saying that maybe if our oil comes out, we'll leverage on that, and maybe it will create, because already so many contracts were signed, and I'm sure that will have a lot of economic benefit, multiplier benefits to our people.
And how prepared are your people to tap into such big and huge opportunities?
Well, as I told you, that's about educating our people, and of course there is Bubu, there is what we call the local content, which really government is emphasizing. So I'm very sure that our people will benefit from the local content.
I know the viewers will agree with me. Prices have kept on changing, prices of commodities.
Yes.
Today you buy sugar at this price, the other day things have changed.
Yeah.
You boss keeps us giving us different rates. Today the inflation rate is at least, as I talk right now, it's about 10.6. So with the changes in the inflation rate and banks changing CBR, how has this anyway affected?
It has affected and it has impacted on so many businesses.
Okay.
And you know, ours is a free economy. Government doesn't regulate. I'll give you an example. I deal in fuel, in oil. Unlike Kenya, where there is what they call Energy Regulatory Authority. For us in Uganda, it's a free market. It's a free buyer, free seller. Okay? So government doesn't come in, and government doesn't believe in that. Government doesn't believe in subsidy because it doesn't work at the end of the day. It will eat up on the reserves and everything. Yeah.
And so maybe as we draw towards the new year, you did assert that the year has been that challenging.
Very tough.
So what is it that we ought to work on in the short days that we have to see to that maybe next year?
In these short days, there's nothing much we can do, but we're encouraging our people to, because production is very important. Even this COVID pandemic, when it hit us so hard, what made us survive was the food that we had, our food basket. So for us, we encourage our people to continue participating in agriculture because that's the only backbone that we have.
So what is it that we ought to learn, relearn, and unlearn?
What we need to learn, of course, COVID came with so many challenges. It has taught us so many things. So many things have changed in terms of working ethics, in terms of even companies conducting their day-to-day businesses. So a lot of cost-cutting issues have come up. Yeah.
And maybe I need to pick your input on issues regarding youth unemployment. As a kingdom, what is it that we are doing to empower young people in Busoga to become financially independent?
We have a skilling program that we have been doing in hairdressing, carpentry, joinery, welding. We get partners and we have done quite a tremendous job on that side. And trying to skill our people, yes.
You think that's good enough to empower our kingdom as Busoga?
Yes, skilling is very important. Because once you get skilled, at least you don't go for the low hanging fruits. So guys, the youth get that empowerment.
Okay. And maybe other than skilling, you think you have any alternative you can put before definitely the bigger government in regards to on matters regarding how we empower Busoga as a region?
Well, what is very important is infrastructure. For us, what we want from government is to open the road networks, okay? Follow up the PDM, which is very critical in terms of seeing that at least because government has really earmarked, government has put a lot of money in the PDM. If it is properly handled, I'm very sure it will come with a lot of multiplier benefits to the people.
Okay. And maybe as the year comes to the end, you must be having a word for those in authority. What is exactly that you would love to leave for maybe the government in charge?
I will talk about our local leadership.
Okay.
I am imploring them to improve on service delivery because our people are yearning, our people are begging for service delivery. I'm sure the local authorities can use the meager resources that they have try to fight corruption and see how best our people can get success from it.
Okay. Would that be your parting shots, Katukiro of Busoga? It's a pleasure, and thank you for...
Thank you so much. Thank you for honoring me. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you for sparing time to speak to
Thank
us.
you, sir.
Of course, that is it from the Deputy Katukiro of Busoga, Ahmed Osman. He is also a business person when it comes to matters of Busoga region. That is it from the Coffee Court, and my name is Fred Makubuya.